Hi everybody, this is Clint Carter, the dumb old dad. I am bringing you another video in a series of videos talking about my melanoma cancer story. This is number 5, so if this is the first video you're watching, click on the link in the description that takes you back to video number 1, and then you can watch the videos in order. And I think I'm going to have to put a link to each video in each order so that you can follow along if you've skipped one or missed one or whatever. So I've been to the doctor, they've told me what surgery I'm gonna have, and I am headed back to the doctor's office for the actual surgery. So I get into the surgery room, and actually a couple of days before the surgery, I'm a tennis player. I was out swinging the racket and I was hitting with high schoolers and running around, and I felt good, I felt strong, I felt healthy. And so I went into the first surgery feeling like I'm going to be okay. So the first surgery, they had me, in the gown, and they put a little IV in my hand, and I know that I'm probably going to, they're going to take me out so that I go unconscious, I guess is what I did. I asked as many questions as I could think of to help me feel better. And then, so they started wheeling me down to the surgery room, and I really wanted to stay awake and just get into the surgery room and at least get to see where they were going to do the surgery. And so I did. I stayed awake, and the anesthesiologist was like, "I'm surprised you're still awake because most people fall asleep while rolling down the hall." So we get into the surgery room. I'm still awake, and I'm on this thing, and I remember talking to them, and they needed to move me over to the surgery table, and so I actually just moved on over to the surgery table and laid back down on the table. And of course I was scared, and I remember telling all the nurses that were around, there were probably 5 people in there, and they were just scurrying around and getting things ready, and I could tell them putting things together, and they had towels and blankets and all this stuff all over the place. And so I don't know why I did it, but I just said, do the best that you can. And I wasn't kidding around. I was serious. I wanted them to do the best that they could. Because once you don't have any control over what happens once you're unconscious. So I told them to do the best they could. And I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 or several, but someone said that they promised me they would. So I woke up in the recovery room, and they gave me some ice, I think, to drink, ice water. I kind of came in and out of consciousness, and when I started to realize what was going on, I noticed that my right leg was in a not a cast, but one of those leg braces that doesn't allow your leg to move. And so I had a leg brace all the way from the top of my leg down to my ankle. And so really it was to immobilize my knee. And it wasn't that I couldn't move my knee. I could move my knee. It's just they didn't want me to bend my knee, which would pull the stitches out of where I had them. Now, before I went into the surgery, I told the surgeon, I'm a tennis player, and I want to be able to use my right leg and my calf again. So keep that in mind when you're doing the surgery. So one of the things he told me before going into the surgery, I don't know if you remember this drawing of what the surgery was going to look like, but he also did a drawing like this. And he said, I might be doing a drawing, I might be doing a surgery where I will do this cat eye thing, but then I will also do an incision that goes down like this on my calf. So it kind of goes over like this and down like this. That way they can take all of this skin right here and move it up into that area, and so that it's not just this lateral incision, but that there'll be more skin there. So be prepared to have this little incision. I was not prepared for that, but that is what happened. Is they cut across here, they took out this circle, and then they cut down my leg like this, and then moved my skin up into that area. And I don't know if I can show you this. I'm gonna try and stand up on the chair. And maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see it, but here's my incision, and then it went down my calf. It's healed very well, so you probably can't even see it. So it looks like it's a huge shark bite on my leg. I mean, it's pretty cool looking for, I mean, it does. It looks like a shark just completely tore my part of my leg. But that's all they did, and the reason they did that was because I'm a tennis player, and I wanted mobility, and the way they cut that just made it so much better so that it wouldn't open up as easily. So I didn't know that at the time. I had no idea what it looked like. I was still in this leg brace, and I was waking up and I could feel something in my hip, some pain there, but it really wasn't too bad. I was out of the hospital that day, and we drove all the way home. So I went home and had to keep my right leg straight, but still felt pretty good. Didn't feel too bad, or I don't know. I just felt like I was recovering pretty well. I got home, I had the leg brace. I had to just kind of watch my knee so I didn't bend it. But I would say in a couple of days, I was able to take that leg brace off and be very careful about how I walked. But I could walk around. My incisions on my hip really didn't hurt too bad. It didn't, they kind of got lumpy. They kind of got some lumps there. I don't know if it was just that the other lymph nodes were taking over the job of the lymph nodes that they removed. Or sorry, that my daughter came in while I was talking, so I had to stop it. Anyway, I'm changing for church, but so I could just feel lumps underneath my skin from the lymph nodes that they had removed. And again, like I said, I don't know whether it was just that the lymph nodes were taking over, and so they were getting bigger because they were handling more fluid, or whether it was just because of the surgery, it was inflamed a little bit. But anyway, it was a little bit uncomfortable. It was hard to kind of bend over because of those lumps there, or bumps there in my, between where my leg and my stomach, or my leg and my groin was. So, but it really wasn't too bad. I felt like I recovered fairly quickly, and then we scheduled another appointment to go back to the Huntsman Center. And at that next appointment, they were going to tell me the results of my first surgery. So anyways, keep watching. Please subscribe. My next video will probably be number 6. And I will give you what happened after I went back to the Huntsman Center and they gave me the results of my first surgery. Thanks, bye. Hey, I think I see somebody in there. Oh, hey, that's you. You're watching my video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to share it with your neighbor on Facebook. Or if you want to keep watching my videos, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Dumb Old Dad. We'll see you later. I think I see you in there.